spokesman would speak some time back. So this timing is speaking to whatever is happening in the country politically.
Okay, to your first question, I think the pressure today was about the office and the status. So on peacekeeping, we will address that much later. In terms of the timing, you did realize that he did the presser, I think, last week on Friday. It was not a long time ago. He did the presser last week on Friday. Last week, but one on Friday, I think. Last week, but one on Friday. What we needed to do and why we took time was we wanted to ensure that what we are bringing before you is the true position and with evidence. So that we are not just alluding to a statement, but we want you to have the evidence so that you may be able to understand the correct position of this office and what we stand for and what we believe in and what is true, which is want to make it public. And the reason why we've been able to respond is because they formally responded through the government spokesperson, and we felt that that was now the opportunity for us, as the Office of the Third Retired President, to also make our formal response so that people get to understand that this is where we are at. So it has nothing to do with any political indication in the country right now. Yeah. Yes. 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 Okay, there is something that I would want you to follow up. Maybe you can check in the public. There was a conversation that happened during His Excellency's tenure concerning also the other beneficiaries of the Office of the Retired President. And there is actually a conversation that happened between State House and the AG's office. I'm just not able to have those documents right now, but it alluded to the fact that being able to rent an office that belongs or is related to the family was not a conflict in interest issue. That issue was raised with one of the former retired or one of the beneficiaries. I'm just not able to name who it is right now, but it was concluded by the AG then that is not a conflict of interest, and that's why the former president made the decision to have the offices here. Yes. Yes. Yes.
My question is the reason why the statement is actually structured on the Office of the Retired President.
Yes.
Because it has to be anchored within the law, and that is the
Benefits Act. Yes.
Don't you think there are fewer terms and conditions that come to these benefits that perhaps the government feels have been flouted or are not being adhered to, especially touching on politics that could bring this complexity and gives them a good grey area not to do what you're asking them to do?
I know that one of the things that they talk about is his involvement in politics. And I think the correct position is that if you remember very clearly, immediately after inauguration, there was an NDC that was held by the Jubilee Party. And the process of that, the purpose of that NDC was to begin a process for him to be able to hand over chairmanship. But as we know, things went as they went, and the matter is currently in court. So, inevitably, he remains the chairman of Jubilee. Inevitably, because he's one of the Jubilee is one of the key parties of Azimio, he still remains in Jubilee. However, I think we can note anywhere that he has been inactive in terms of political activity. So I don't think that that should be a basis or a TOR that should necessitate the kind of treatment that the Office of the Retired Third President is receiving.
And finally, the level of the former president and the level of the current president, the difference is former and current.
Yes.
Has there been attempts directly by the former president to speak to the current president with a view of certain of his administrative issues when it's exclusively left to the office of the administrator?
I think there is nothing that has necessitated there to be a conversation, because everything is, it's a rule of law. It's how things need to happen. It's the operations that would require for them to have a conversation. Yes.
I just wanted to know how desperate is the institution? How desperate are you? Because 2 years without the salary.
It is that. It is it by the. Well, we thank God for His mercies. That's not where we are at right now. But actually, it's not fair. Let's just say that it's not fair for us to have waited for 2 years and going, and we still don't have an idea when that's going to end. Naam.
hivi